But what do most people do? Let's learn the mistakes of most people. And if you're making any of these mistakes, because it's really just your attitude to money that's the difference between make it or break it. So if you've got the wrong twist up here, if you're doing the silly things that I'm going to mention, one of the ways to make more money immediately from tonight is to stop doing them. And then what I'm going to teach you is the way the wealthy do it. And then if you start copying those strategies and avoid the mistake strategies, you're going to end up making more money. Hopefully loads more money. So what do most people do? What most people do is they go to work. There's nothing wrong with going to work, don't get me wrong. It's what do we do with the money we earn, right? So what most people do is they save a bit, spend a bit, save a bit, spend a bit, save, spend, save, right? Spend. That's what most people do. We learn these habits from a very early age. What's the first thing a young person does when they leave school or college? They go get a real job, first real money in their lifetime, right? Not the part-time McDonald's job anymore, not part-time money anymore. So the first thing they do when they get this new job and money starts coming in, they go, oh, I've got some money. They rush out and they buy an asset. Nothing wrong with buying assets. This asset they borrow money for. This asset they commit $100, $150 a week of their hard-earned money to buy this asset. This asset's called a car. Asset. Asset. Do yourself a favour tomorrow. Go and buy a car. Any car. Drive it around the first roundabout you see. Take it back to the car yard. Say, oh, excuse me, I made a bit of a mistake. You know, that's like, you know, are you like Kmart and Myer? Do you give refunds? Yes, we do. But unlike Kmart and Myer, they won't give you a full refund, will they? You'll get a refund less about 8 or 10 grand of what you pay for the car, won't you? Yeah? If you want to call that an asset, it's called a depreciating asset. Yeah? So I say to the young person, I know you needed a car, and all right, maybe a silly move, but then I see people of 55 doing the same thing, you know. They're nearing the end and they go buy themselves a car, a bigger car. So I say to the young person, that's great, and how much are you saving? Oh, they say, because now they start making excuses. You ever made an excuse why you made an expenditure? Oh, they say, I can't afford to save right now because I'm paying off the new car. But when I've paid off the new car, then I'm going to start saving. And they shake their head and they really, really mean it. Except in 4 years' time when they've paid off the new car, what do they go and do? Buy another one. And it's got to be more expensive than the first one, otherwise your friends will laugh at you. They'll call you an idiot. Then you've got to get a credit card, haven't you? Everyone's got to have a credit card. Now, this is clever, right? I got a credit card when I went to England about 7 or 8 years ago, and I got a $10,000 limit. I spent the whole $10,000. I was there 10 days, spent the whole 10,000, came back, paid the 10 grand off, and kept the frequent flyer points, right? But because I went up to my limit, and because I went there so quick, I don't know whether you've ever had the privilege of this letter you get from the bank, right? So you get the letter, it's all on one page, and there's a definite reason why the bank print it all on one page, right? I'll tell you in a minute. So the letter goes like this. It says, Dear Steve, like they've known me for years. Noticed you've gone up to your credit limit, Steve. Never mind, they say, because this happens in life. These things happen. Now, we're here to help you. We understand what you're going through, so we would like to offer you another $2,500 worth of credit. Now, the good news is, Steve, you don't have to prove you're working. We don't want proof of income. We don't want proof of health. You could be dead for a week here. Just sign the bottom of this page and quickly send it in, right? See, if the signing page was on another sheet, you might lose the other sheet, right? So to keep it all on one letter. Clever, right? So this is what happens. You come home from work, both of you open the mail. Oh, look, darling, there's a letter from the bank. It says, because we've gone up to our limit, they will offer us another $2,500 worth of credit. We don't even have to bother that you've just lost your job. We can get another $2,500 worth of credit. Oh, do you think we should? The other person says, because, you know, we don't really need any more. No, we're not going to spend it. No, it's there in case we need it in an emergency. Oh, is that? Yeah, we won't spend it. Oh, all right, quick sign. What happens within 3 months? They now are in 12.5 grand's worth of debt instead of 10 grand, correct? So consequently, because of all those stupid things we do, we end up on a pension.